I want one hand on each of them, and I want you to look at each of them earnestly and really see them for the little dramatic queens they are.
Okay.
And still love them, and still not know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah!
My name's Micaela. I am a 4th year, and I am a theater arts major and education minor. Right now, I am directing Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, and it's going to be held at the Barnstorm Theater at the base of campus. It opens November 16th, 17th, and 18th, and you all should come. Alrighty, so let's go from They Both Cry Violently. My role in the theater department has morphed a lot. This is my home, the scene shop. I have worked here for 3 years as a carpenter and welder, and I am now the lead carpenter welder in the shop, my senior year. I have typically scenic designed. I also work on props. I have costume designed. I have directed. And currently I hold the position as student production liaison. So I am the voice of the students for the faculty and the staff. I make sure that students are happy. I help them navigate their way through the department. And I do my best to make sure that everyone finds a home here that wants one. You are going to, wow, you probably have not done this with Will at all. You are going to put one arm on your shoulder and you're gonna stroke her head a little bit. Becca, do you feel comforted?
No.
Yeah, I feel awkward. Not gonna lie. That makes it worse.
So when I applied to schools, I didn't think I was going to do theater because I thought it didn't pay anything. And then immediately after I applied to schools, I decided theater was pretty much the only thing I wanted to do because I was not able to sit at a desk or do what my parents did, which is hate what they do. So I toured the theater arts department here at UCSC over the summer before my freshman year of college. And when I saw the spaces and I got a tour from both a student and a staff member, I fell in love with our main stage theater. And I knew that I wanted to design in that space. I got hired the week before school started and I started working in the scene shop. And basically once I started working in the scene shop, my major was chosen for me. I spent all of my time here and I still took other classes to try and explore other majors, but I was hooked. I loved being in the theater department and being involved in all of the drama, all of the good and all of the bad. Have you ever pet a cat?
I've had so many cats.
Okay, great. So instead of moving your whole hand along the cat, just do like your thumb.
Okay.
You know? It's a small little, on top of her head. One hand up, no, on top of her head.
On top of her head.
Yeah, and just the thumb.
Like this.
I do want to work in theater after I graduate. I have been working in theater. I've worked as a carpenter and a welder. I've worked as a stagecraft counselor at a summer camp. I would help build 18 sets every 3 weeks, and I love what I do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, Let's run this scene.
Life after college is scary. I think the unique position of being a theater arts major is that you have to be prepared for the hustle of trying to find a job, not just once every 1 or 3 years, but every couple of months. Finding jobs is a hustle. If I want to be a scenic designer, if I want to be a props designer, if I want to act, if I want to direct, I have to find my own work. And one of the challenging things about that is keeping your morale up. So many people leave theater because they get discouraged, because they don't know how to deal with the hustle. And it's really hard and sometimes really scary.
So why then Hail a young man who's but 10 and 20. Well, you are 10 and 20 and 20 and a whole bunch of change.
I work really hard. Not just within the hours of daylight. I will work well into the night. I will do anything to get my project done by the deadline, because that's what you have to do. Either you finish your set or the show opens. And there is no extension, there is no changing of the due date. Your work precedes you. So when you work really hard, people notice. And they want to work with other people who work really hard, and they spread your name. So even though it's scary, and even though it's hard to imagine trying to find a new job every time a show ends, trying to find a new gig, trying to make your dream happen, it's really quite magical to see how people depend on each other. They love to create live performance, and they will take whoever they can to make that happen. So even within the microcosm of this theater department, I didn't have a job for a quarter, so I went and I made my own. And it's actually a really good thing when you go and make your own work, either because you were inspired to, or because you didn't have a job and you needed to make yourself a job. And when you do that, people notice your work. They actually start to see your style, your artistic vision as your own, and you become known from your work that you had 100% control in saying. As long as you can find the money, you can apply for grants, you can find donations, or you can do poor theater. Your work gets noticed, your name gets passed on, you get a job. It's really about passion. If you don't want it, if you don't love doing it, it's not for you. And I guess I'm lucky. I love what I do.
I'll be there.
I can't. There we go. Zoom.
Fine theater, come and see our show. Come and see our show. Come and see our show.
Come to the